Hello everyone and welcome to my corner of the world and the next part of my junk journal journey. So since my last video when we did a bit more work on the cover and put a closure in, I made this frame and I showed you that at the end, and I've since found a nice picture of roses, since roses seem to feature an awful lot in this journal. And I found some words, and we'll be looking at some words later, but again, these are just ephemera that I have purchased and downloaded and printed myself, and they had two that said precious and then memories, and I couldn't resist putting that on the front of my journal. So today I'm hoping to actually get the final pieces done, and so I'm calling this video Tags, Stamps and Butterflies. So I'm going to use those to embellish my journal, but as I've said in earlier videos, I'm actually going to use this for when we go on vacation, and so I don't want to overstuff it because I'm hoping that I shall put lots of other bits of memorabilia that I pick up on our journey. So in my pocket I've just got a piece of I keep forgetting the name of this, ledger. Again, it's something I've just printed and I've just trimmed it with my lovely Deco Edge trimmer, which I love, and put some ink. So this is going to be just a journaling tag, and I've just tucked that inside my thing there. We'll come back to that. Then I've got this. Now, this was my very first page. This is kind of what started this journey off. And I wanted to be able to have it sort of like that, so that, you know, you could see the window before you actually opened. And I found this, and it was part of the same set of ephemera for this one. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick it down. I'll center it up, and I'm going to add some adhesive. I've temporarily given up on the solvent-based adhesive. I just couldn't get it to flow on my video, so I decided, okay, I'm just going to persevere another day and just use my liquid adhesive that I use for my card crafting. So I'm gonna try and center this up so that it appears in that window. So I just need to smoosh it over slightly like that, and that should, there we go, there. So I've got something really pretty to look through my window, which was kind of what I was aiming for when I first started my journal. So that's that. So let's talk about some embellishment. So this paper that I have been using here was kind of in a kit. Again, a downloadable kit, and so it had some tags. So I printed some on paper here, and they were quite thin. So I went and printed some on card, and I've got those there like this. So all I've done is, again, print them on card, punched a hole. I should have another one somewhere. There it is. No, it's not. Oh, look, there it is. 1, 2, 3. I should have another one somewhere. and I punched a hole, I rounded the corners and put sponged some, ink on it, consistent with the other bits. And then this is the same twine, ribbon, whatever, that I used for my closure. So I've just popped that there like that. So you can see that there was like 4 on a sheet. You can see that there had a surround. So the one, I couldn't bring myself to waste the ones that I printed on paper. So I found some packing paper from an Amazon. You know, Amazon have started using brown paper to pack up their packages now. And so I just stuck some on the back with some glue stick and trim round, and I just inked. And because these are quite sort of light and flimsy, I decided I would put an eyelet. And you'll see how I did eyelets if you go back and look at the cover, the last video when I did the cover. So then all I've done is just to take a little, she says, and I've put it away, I think. Anyway, some linen thread, and I've just put some linen thread through. The other thing that I've done is, oh, there's the other one I was looking for, just tucked inside. I haven't done anything with the backs because I'm going to journal on those. And maybe pop like that. I've got some checks here. These are, again, copies of checks. So again, I can journal on the back of those. And I've got some more ledger, I've got some more checks. I did a bit of an experiment and I put some brown paper on the back of that one so that I can journal in it. So again, I can pop that in my various pockets like this. So let's see what else we've got. Oh, okay, I've got another journaling tag under the doily tuck that I put in. And I showed you last time I put some paper here in each of those little envelopes. I've got another check in there. So how am I doing? And I can put another, I can put this here, and I can pop a little paper clip. I need to find some paper clips that are a bit more rustic, because these are sort of silvery, but again, that kind of holds that in place, and I can get to those. Let's see, we got another, I can put this one here and just tuck that in there, and that will hold that in place. And then I've got my pocket back here. Let's see, don't know whether, maybe I could put that in the pocket and then tuck that tag there. So, and I'm sure when I start using it, some of these tags and things will start moving around, and I do like that. That is really pretty, because I will be using them to, you know, describe something or whatever it is that I'm doing. They're bound to move around. So I'm thinking that I've got enough, I've got some spare tags, so I don't need to use those, so I'll put those away in my stash. So that's our sort of checks and tags. some with ribbons, some without. So that is that part done. The other thing I found was some, I downloaded some butterflies, and they've got some blue ones, and so we've got blue going on here. So I thought I'd pull out my blue butterflies, and we might be able to use those for a little embellishment. I've forgotten what they call them, but there's a special name for them. So I've got those there. And then the other thing I want to show you is I made some stamps. Look at these. Look at those. Aren't they cute? Let me scooch in a bit. There. So I have made some stamps. And so I'm just going to share how I made those, and I'm going to be using those to decorate. So I have got these dies. Now they are from Stampin' Up, and they're called perennial postage dies, but you can get punches and things like that. So what I did was I got some of that paper that I have used in here, so scraps of paper, and I cut out a bunch of the square die in here, and then some of this shape. So that's how I started. And then I went looking for some small flowers, and I came across these tea cards. And you can see they're by Tracy Fox, but I basically have trimmed them down until they fit on these outlines. And so this one here is a long thin one, so I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to do a stamp like that. So again, just using my trimmer. I'm not using the decal-edged one because it doesn't cut. It's not as precise. It cuts beautifully, but I can't get a precise measurement on it. So I'm gonna, oh, I don't know if it goes that way because it's not the right size. Will it go on one of these? I was quite looking forward to having a stamp that went that way. Okay, so then making sure that I kind of, as much as possible, get as much of the flower in as I can. Let's use some of this to hold it in place. I think this had to be 7/8. So you're not going to get the whole flower in, but you know, it doesn't seem to worry too much if you don't get the whole flower in. So I cut out a boatload of those as well, and got the old sponge out, put a little bit of antique in around them. And then just centered them up here, like that. And then a little bit more ink round here. All right. And so the same with the square ones. just centre them up. And then go in with a little bit of ink just to give them a bit of well, so they can be seen. So I'll finish those ones up later. So these are my stamps that I'll finish those if I need them. Yep. Okay. Then I went back to my packaging, courtesy of Amazon. Where was the one I was working there? And well, it's not very much there, is it? Have I got another bit handy? There we go. There we are. So I just added some adhesive to the back. Like that. And let it set for a minute. All right. Then to make them look more authentic, I have this stamp set that has got the franking marks on that that the post office puts on the stamps. So for some of these, let me get a piece of paper so I don't get messy. For some of these, I'm not going to stick them all onto brown paper. Some of them I'm just going to, it's difficult to know the right way up on some of them. I'm going to make them look as though they have been, you know, soaked off. You know, like when you're a stamp collector. You soak the stamps off. Well, at least as I used to when I collected stamps. So I've got this one that is like a cancel mark. So, and I'm just using a grey here because I think the black would look too harsh. Not sure which is the right way up, it's so tiny. Let's see, I've got another one here like this. This has got like the cancel mark and the wavy lines, like that. So we can go like that. And let's put it like that because they don't always put them on square. And what else have I got that I could put on? Oh, would help if it was the right way round. Not sure any of the others are there. So let's go back to this, and then I'm just going to tear it off and keep that bit just in case I want to make another one on a. So as roughly as, just like if you sort of ripped it off the parcel, like that. And then there's a bigger cancelling mark here. Let's move this, make sure it's in, because I really scooshed it down, didn't I? So I can put it across there like that. And then I can get this little one again and have it kind of half on and half off. So there, I've got some antique-y looking stamps. So these are great fun. These are really great fun. And I've got some more to make. So we'll have a go with those, and but I think, you know, the little stamp just finishes it. It just is fantastic. It just just a tiny little stamp. Takes it from some pieces of paper being stacked together to some lovely, I'm going to keep that bit because I'm sure I'm going to make another one. Okay, so I'm going to scooch out a bit. Sorry if I make you feel seasick, so that we can get back into the journal. So this is what I've got to do next, is to choose some of these to decorate up here. So these are a couple of words I found, again, all sort of downloadables, and I wondered doing like that, celebrate together. Because tis both of us going. So, and if you, on the next video, I think what I'll do is I'll just do a couple of these clusters. I knew it would come to me, clusters. And then I will finish these off doing them. Now I've kind of showed you how I prepared my little embellishments. I'll do a couple of clusters so we're not running into a long video again. And so we can, let's see, we can put a stamp here, and then I think I'll do a flip through so that you can see it all come together, and then I'll let you know where we're off to. So, it's upside down. So we could do a stamp. I think I'll do a stamp, and we've got some more words. Joy, hello, happy. Oh, well, hopefully we shall be happy. And I think what I might do is take some of these along with me, so I can always add them in to any pieces of memorabilia that I collect along the way. Pop a stamp there. Actually, I did have it the right way around. Put some adhesive there. There we go. So that gives me a little decoration on there. So I've got my tag in there. We've got that. This, I'm going to try and leave I'm going to leave that blank, but we're going to put something on here. And I want to put, we're going to go all out on this one. Let's see, we put some words as well. What can we put? Adore, always believe, bless, magic, love, hope, imagine. Imagine, I like that. That's a good word. So I've still got my little dangles to sort out. I'm going to put that, so that'll be on my next video. We'll just do some final finishings off, and then we'll know then that we are done. I've enjoyed it. I'm going to be doing some more. I know I will. And I hope that you'll continue to join me as I work along. There. So that's what they call a cluster. And I'm going to leave this empty because I might put something, I don't know, I could even think about putting a little pocket on there. I might do that. Maybe on the next video. I think we've got enough going on there and enough going on there. And I think we've almost got enough going on there, but I'm going to put a stamp there. Because I really like these. They really take my imagination. And maybe we could pop a butterfly on there. And let's see, maybe we can just put, oh, I know where I want to put that hello. That just, that has just caught my eye. I'm thinking what I might do is put a picture of the two of us on here. And somewhere in here I'll tuck the itinerary as well. And let's put a little, put another stamp there. That is going to have a little clip on it. And I need to, as I say, find a little bit antique-y type clips. And then we can just, at the end, put love. So I am going to just do a tiny bit more work on this along the vein that I've just been doing. So we've been going, just coming up for 30 minutes. So we're gonna put the brakes on this one. And I'll tell you what else I've got here. I just saw it out the corner of my eye. Here, look, I've got these two here. I don't know where they've come from, but we'll put that little charm there. And I think I'll put another cluster here. And maybe I'll put another little something there. So we've got our tags. I think I might put a pocket there so I can put another tag in. Oh, I don't want that to cover that though, do I? Oh. Maybe I think so. This is where I'm going to put a couple of charms. I dig those out. Maybe I'll put something there because this says postal there. So this is where my idea for the stamps came from, to add some stamps. And there. So there we are with some tags, some butterflies and some stamps, and some words going into our journal for today. Okay, well, if you have enjoyed this part of my journey, perhaps you'll just go ahead, give me a thumbs up. I'd like to thank you very much for taking the time to join me today. I certainly enjoyed sharing this with you. And as I say, I'll be back with the final video next time. Thank you very much again. Bye-bye for now.